Hey there, my friend. It's time for our weekly wisdom card draw. It's also the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere and the winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. So, what that means is the sun is as far north as it's going to get this year. And it's always a good time to just pause and reflect on maybe how the last 6 months have gone for you, how the last year has gone for you. Take stock of where you've been and how much you have actually accomplished and how much you've grown over these last several months. Now, you don't necessarily have to wait for the solstices, right, to reflect. And that is why we're here today and every week, because this time is for you to pause and to reflect on who you are, on where you are, on where you're going, and to let yourself just pause and let go of everything that came before, let go of everything that came out that's going to come after, and just arrive right here and let yourself be here now. So it's always nice to have these big sort of, astronomical occurrences that inspire us to pause and reflect. And it's good to be able to do that every day, every week, to have more maybe consistent reminders of reflection. And you don't have to just wait for the big days to do it. So what I'm going to do is draw a card from our card deck, which is still in PowerPoint, but the cards are still at the printer and going to be in deck form here shortly. So I will again put a link down below or in the caption where you can actually pre-order your deck if you would like and have these cards for yourself to draw whenever you want. I will, of course, continue to do these each week and am, as always, very honored that you are here right now listening to and watching this video and taking this time for yourself to pause today. So, to just get started, I invite you to arrive in this moment. Whew, let yourself just kind of calm down from whatever you've been racing around doing, or maybe you weren't racing around. I tend to assume that everybody's racing around, maybe because I often am, but that has certainly been my experience of so much of life, and I know that the world just kind of is constantly calling us to race around doing all the time and not always being. So this is your being time. And to be, you can just get in touch with your breath. Maybe you want to place a hand on your heart and let yourself breathe in and breathe out, noticing your breath as if you're maybe noticing it for the first time, although it's something you've been doing since the day you were born. You can also look around you and notice your surroundings, noticing them as if you're noticing them for the first time. So you're connecting with your outer environment, you're connecting with your inner environment, and all of those bring you into this present moment and get you out of the noise of your head. And so just notice what's around you, what's inside of you. And again, if you want to close your eyes, that's perfectly fine, or just keep them open. Certainly if you're driving or walking, please keep them open. And as you do whatever it is you're doing to orient, I am going to bring the cards to my heart and ask to be guided to the message that will most inspire you today to grow into more alignment with who you really are. Infuse you today with the power of this time of the year, wherever you live. And the message that will help you take the next step in your journey. Putting that intention out there, I'm going to shuffle the cards. And you can just keep breathing, keep noticing, keep being. And our card for the day is Illumination. Okay, well, again, I'm in the northern hemisphere, and I know some of you may be in the southern hemisphere, but illumination is a really big theme today for the summer solstice. And in fact, it is for the southern hemisphere as well. Even if it's the winter solstice, the solstice is always about the turning of the light. Whether the light is going to start fading and the days will start getting shorter, or the light is returning and they're going to get longer. It's about light. So, of course, our message is illumination. And this is from Athens, Greece, from Europe. And the message of illumination, I'm super excited. I'm so glad we do this one today. Yay. All right, the message of illumination is: ancient ruins inevitably give way to light, fresh air, and abundant life. The divine and the earthly become one, illuminated by the spacious radiance of nature and the cosmos. What old stories and structures are you ready to transform? Will you allow your own radiant nature to take over? What will grow in the spaces you create? The past has brought you to where you are. It has served its purpose. Acknowledge it. Express gratitude for the lessons and experiences it has offered. And then let it go. The past does not define who you're expanding into. In each moment, you have the power to create all your moments to come. If you feel like you're in the dark about who you are or why you're here, know that illumination is the why. Trust that you are the light. Let that sink in. Oh, so many places to go with this. For one, I'll just give you a little bit of background of what this card is about. It's kind of, it may be hard to see in the picture here, but this is actually the on top of the hill is the Acropolis in Athens, and you're seeing it from the Agora. So, which was the forum, or the kind of the place of the common people. So, one of my favorite parts in here, the divine and the earthly become one. The Acropolis was for the gods, and the Agora was for the people. So there really is, in this photo, a unification of the divine and the earthly, and a really good reminder that they are not actually separate, and that you have the divine within you, even, in this very human life. You are a divine being having a human experience. And then what is kind of uniting them all together is the light. There is, you can see sort of the edge of the sunlight up at the top, and then talking about the nature and the creating and the spaces in between. As with many ruins around the world, the leaves start to, and the grass starts to grow, and the plants grow in and amongst all the the stone foundations of what used to be buildings. So there are the structures, and there are the stories, and all of these things are really they're all part of nature. In the end, nature always returns and reminds us of what we're really about and who we really are. So, so lots of things going on here, and then of course the past. Or again, this is obviously a photo of places past, but so for your own past, knowing that yes, it is a part of you, but it is not defining who you are. The leaves and the grass growing through these stones they don't care, right? What stones are there? They are maybe forming themselves in a way that has influence from the past, but they're not saying, oh, hey, past, I need to repeat you, or do I have permission to grow here? No. And nor do you need to ask your past for permission or to let it take over your own life. Again, you are the culmination of all the experiences you've had to this point, and what's in front of you is a blank canvas, and you get to create, like the message said, all of your moments to come. You have this infinite light and this infinite potential to be and shine and create and grow and live. And that's what you're here for. So no matter what happened in the past, no matter what you are potentially wondering if it will repeat itself or if you get to create something new, you get to create something new. And you get to integrate the divine and the earthly within you and be the radiant being that you came here to be. As you know, I am all about shining your light, and you are really here on this planet to shine your light in the world. And it is my hope with each one of these little riffs and card draws each week, you are called to take one more step towards that direction and into your full light and power. It is, again, always my honor to be on this journey with you, and I want to show you the picture one more time. There is our illumination. I wish you an illuminating day, an illuminating week. Happy solstice, wherever you are. Celebrate the light, and celebrate the light within you and the light that you are shining out into the world. Thank you for being here. Thank you for shining your light, and I will see you next week. Mwah.